Hi, welcome to Divine Astrology and I'm John. In this video, I'm going to talk about planetary influences for the month of September 2016. And I'm not going to talk about any personalized or generalized zodiac sign horoscopes. This is just the planetary influences for the month of September. And actually, there was a lot going on in this month, which is why I thought this is a very important video. Um, the month starting with solar eclipse, then Mercury goes retrograde and gets combust, and then Jupiter gets combust, and finally Mars leaving Scorpio and entering Sagittarius on the 18th of the month, and a lunar eclipse on the 16th of the month. So I guess it's a lot. Let me break it up for you. The month is starting with the new moon solar eclipse on September 1st, and this is happening in Leo at 15 degrees, which is why it is so important, and I did a video on it and how it's going to affect each zodiac sign. And on 16th of the month, a full moon lunar eclipse is going to happen in the sign of Pisces at its early degrees, which is a water sign. And full moons are a lot of water, a lot of emotions. And lunar eclipse usually shake up things in an emotional way. And coming to Mercury retrograde and combust, Mercury already went retrograde on 30th of August in Virgo. And in retrograde motion, it means moving backward, enters into Leo. As it gets closer to the sun, it gets combust because sun is already in Leo. So first let me explain you what I feel about retrograde and combust planets. When a planet is retrograde, I think it does work very well. It reassures and rethinks in both the directions. A lot of people talk about Mercury retrograde as it's time for miscommunication, misleading, and it's arguments, something is missing. Actually, I don't feel it that way. When Mercury is retrograde, it gives us a chance to rethink, think before doing something, like reassuring and reconsidering, and finally take a decision out of it. So it is really good, and I guess it's really good for people who have Mercury retrograde in their chart too. It's just make things very, to clarify and get a final opinion and to get correct decisions because you think a lot when Mercury is retrograde. So which is really cool, it's good on my opinion. And as far as combust planets, yes, it does leave some effect because planets get combust when they get closer to the sun. When a planet gets closer to the sun, it agitates a lot, gets very disturbed because sun is very powerful and fiery planet. A lot of people say that combust planets are powerless. It cannot give you any positive results. It leaves a lot of bad and negative effect. But I don't see it in that way. It's just that the planet completely feels agitated as it gets closer to the sun because sun is this fiery, a big, powerful planet. So something going near to it, really feels so agitated, so confused, and panic because sun is a burning energy. So just don't think that planets will give negative results as it if it is combust. It's just that it agitates a lot. And it also depends on the degrees, like when Mercury was in retrograde motion, it gets combust around 12 degrees, and when it is in direct motion, it gets around 14 degrees, Jupiter at 11 degrees, and Moon at 12 degrees, and so on. Each planet have different degrees with the Sun as it gets closer, gets combust. But a lot of people also have different opinions, the conjunction should be less than 5, less than 7, less than 8. So I know it's everybody's opinion, so I'm not going to judge any of those. And so it is important to consider when a planet is getting combust. I mean, like in what house it is going to combust because it is going to agitate that house, and what planet is getting combust, or what are the houses that the planet is going to rule. There might be some disturbances, some panic, and some anxiety and agitation in those houses. I mean, dealing in your chart. So, as far as retrograde, it's good, Mercury retrograde, and As far as combust, Mercury deals with a lot of stuff like communication, self-confidence, trade, business, media. And this Mercury retrograde and combustion is going to happen in Leo, which is a government sign. And Mercury also rules the third house of Gemini. I mean, third house of the zodiac sign, which is Gemini, and the sixth house, which is Virgo. So, third house of travel, communication, media, and stuff. So, there might be some shakings in that field, and something may come out of the blue because this is also eclipse season. So, we should expect unexpected things. So, some panic mode in those matters, some panic in media, some agitation, something that they don't want to reveal, but it still comes out through the media, you know. And Mercury also rules the sixth zodiac sign, which is Virgo, and sixth house of diseases, enemies, surveys, death, pets, etc. Since Venus and Jupiter are sitting in sixth house, which I think both of the planets were very uncomfortable sitting in sixth house because sixth house is a bad house and Venus and Jupiter are good planets, and Jupiter and Venus don't get along with each other so good if Mercury is not going to help them out. So since the Lord of the sixth house is getting combust, maybe there might be some agitation in that, maybe some confusion, and like maybe about a disease that spreads so easily because of Jupiter as it expands. But at the same time, when Jupiter gets combust, like when Sun enters into Virgo on 16th, I guess, um, something is going to change regarding the diseases, or there might be something new, or there might be something old, which is going to rebuild, something like that. Because usually new moons and full moons, sorry, eclipses, solar and lunar eclipses bring lot of up and downs, lot of shakings, lot of unusual things. So this may end up very differently too. At the same time, coming with lunar eclipse on 16th, and lunar eclipses are a lot of water because it is related to the moon. And Mars will be at late degrees in Scorpio around the lunar eclipse, and like maybe 29 degrees of Scorpio, 28, 29, and 30, almost close to the end of the, which is called a drowning point, which is called something called Gandanta, which means the planet is drowning, sorry. And full moon is a lot of water, and Scorpio is a lot of water. A planet living there there might be some thing related to water, maybe a hurricane or cyclone or something, some natural disaster. Could be. I'm not saying that. I'm not telling that it will definitely happen. I'm just saying that this is my prediction. Could happen because it's a lot of water. In lunar eclipse with the full moon is a lot of water, and Scorpio is a lot of water, and Mars is at the late degrees of the Scorpio, leaving Scorpio. So there might be chances. And Mars is going to enter Sagittarius on 18th, which is very good because Saturn and Mars were conjunct in Scorpio for so long, and this forward and backward movement is just like so depressing. And now finally Mars is leaving Scorpio, leaving Saturn and entering Sagittarius. I think this kind of moves all our lives a little forward, which is good, I guess. But it is moving on to a fiery sign, which is Sagittarius, and which is natural ninth house, which is religion, which is education, travel, foreign. It deals with a lot of stuff. Ninth house, and Mars is a fiery planet, and ninth house of, Sagittarius is a fiery sign. So since Mars was holding its energy, because Mars is a very energetic planet, and being with Saturn, it cannot perform all its energy. So now leaving from Saturn, it will be boosted with energy so that it can use all its energy at once. So this could mean some people, that highly religious people, fight for the religion stuff. The situations may get some worse regarding that, because we have to also consider that Sun, Rahu, and Mercury, which is combust, is sitting in fifth house, which is Leo, and which is garment. So something shaky. And Jupiter is going to combust. Sun is going to enter Virgo on 16th, and I guess Venus will be there too when Sun enters Virgo. And Jupiter is almost around 7 degrees when Sun enters there, and Sun enters there with 0 degrees. So it's almost like close conjunction. And as it moves together, like as Sun moves close to the Jupiter, it is going to combust the Jupiter. So uh, Jupiter deals with ninth house and the 12th house, which is Sagittarius and Pisces. So as I already discussed about Sagittarius, expect some religious outbreaks. And coming to 12th house, because Pisces is also ruled by Jupiter. So Jupiter getting combust, Jupiter losing its energy and a lot of agitation and panic mode. You know, 12th house of Pisces, which is 12th zodiac sign. So there might be some natural calamities like earthquakes or some kind of hurricanes, or some kind of losses through the nature. Some kind of losses could be uh, very big too, because this is a lot. Usually eclipses is a lot, and then Mercury combust, and then Jupiter combust, and Mars leaving and entering Sagittarius. So it's going to be quite a big month, I guess. A lot. And I didn't figure out how to do the videos for all the zodiac sign for this month. I mean, like to do a monthly prediction for each zodiac sign, or to do a transit video, like how this transit is going to affect each zodiac sign, like how I did for solar eclipse, how lunar eclipse is going to affect, how Jupiter combust is going to affect. So I am thinking, and I didn't figure it out. Once I figure it out, I'll do more videos for each sign, and you can always give me suggestion. And thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next video. These are the dates if you just want to see. And thanks a lot. I'll see you in the next video.